I gotta do? I gotta press the button that says go live.
Is that actually the thing?
That's actually the thing I needed to do. Yeah, that's for real the thing I needed to do. Hello everyone! Well, at least it wasn't recorded. At least that whole section we just did and that stilted awkward recording. Hopefully it's not on there. Yeah, we're up and running. Okay, great. Hello everyone, welcome alongside Max and I as we watch all the new reveals from the Heresy 3.0. Now if you do have a stream up alongside you, mute it, get it cut. We've been waffling on for about like the past 6 minutes. Talking about like, oh, this is going to be great. We're doing a live stream. We're doing like a fight commentary alongside it. But I didn't press the button that made us go live. So we've had people waiting around in our lobby for like 6 minutes. Thank you all so much for your patience. Yeah, we're starting to roll now. We are starting to roll. This feels a bit more like it.
Yeah.
Max, how are you doing? Let's do this again like we haven't just had this conversation. How are you?
Well, I'm good right now. So a lot of the people in the chat, hey Lolly Samba, hey Dave.
Yo, how is everybody?
Hey Abad in the Armless.
Yeah, we've been chatting about that, the memeable Abaddon.
Hey Mark. So I was doing the terrain today, which those guys have been seeing me post in various chats.
Yeah.
And so I came to the end of it. I put the spray on it, the sealer. Mm-hmm. Like the last thing everyone does.
It's like black rimming the base, essentially. That's what you were doing.
Exactly that, and then I left it to dry, came back to it like 2-3 hours later, and I picked it up and it looked beautiful, and I picked it up and it crumbled away in my hand, like doing films where like the thing blows away and it's just dust from top to bottom. So I had that, so I almost like I would have thrown it through a window if it wasn't disintegrating to dust uselessly anyway. So that's how my day's been.
A couple of weeks ago, I had a very similar thing, but I printed out this gorgeous Dark Elf team from Bruteford Miniatures, but I've done it in like the super duper high quality resin. And you know, you drop this stuff, it fractures. You look at it wrong, it fractures. And these come with really nice, sharp, fluted details. So of course, I knocked them over, smashed into powder, a billion pieces. At that point, I could look around in the carpet for the bits and pieces, or I could print out a new team with even more flexible resin. That's what we were chatting about just before this. Perfect resin quantities, because the super brittle stuff gives you unparalleled details, but the stuff that bends and moves, it doesn't quite have that sharpness to it. So what's your preferred quantity of resins, which when you mix them together just before you do a shot? What's your preferred?
So I prefer like of Soriatec Tenacious, and I'm going to guess that that's like 20%, 20 to 30%, because I like to over egg the flexible resin rather than under egg it and have it shatter into a billion pieces. And then like 70% like whatever ABS like 2.0 or anything.
Yeah. So anybody out in the chat, if you have your own preferred quantities, let me know, because I'll be trying that out in the next few days, mixing up the super good stuff and the bendy stuff. Okay, so why are we here exactly? Well, we are going to be live reacting to all the reveals that Games Workshop are popping out on the Drop Site Massacre. We're returning to Istvan. We're returning to Istvan again. I already see a couple of people in the chat saying Saturnine armor when, Mark III when. We've all the past couple of weeks we've been cock teased by Games Workshop and the Horus Heresy. Okay, the drip. But before we get into predictions and the predictions of our community, Max, what are you drinking tonight? Because that's important. We are going to encourage very heavy drinking from our community tonight.
So it's well, it depends whether it's heavy drinking. Do we need heavy drinking? Is it bad reveals? But because I'm on quite a light one at the moment. It's not rained in 2 months in the north, so I don't know what it's been like in Swansea. You look at it,
sporadic. Yeah,
sporadic.
Burnt,
so you have like the shine.
I've burnt. Yeah, my boys.
This is for both of us then. This is for both of us. If you're sunburnt, this goes directly with that, because it's like proper beer garden in the sun drink / basic bitch from being 12. I've got a Copperberg mixed fruit because, as I said, I'm a 12-year-old.
Ah, it's too sweet.
So it is very sweet.
It's like you're sucking on a Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Ranchers are really nice, especially the
I
blue
don't,
ones.
I don't want to drink an alcoholic one. No.
No, have you never had like Skittles jelly shots? Like
Yeah,
vodka
when I
jelly
was in
shots?
like Ibiza when I was like 19, but not now. No, I've gone for the much more mature choice, Corona Extra, because it's all about family. I'm gonna see if I can do like an ASMR thing.
Do you know what? A Corona is like the Audi A1, like in black, of beers. It's like what someone that works in a suit drinks.
Brazil, or says Brazil like that. Brazil.
Yeah,
Corona.
yeah. So
That's our drink of choice. So, community, what are you drinking out there? What wines you all cracking open? What basic bitch drinks are you having? What Audis are you drinking tonight alongside us? And I guess we can. There's abilities to like run polls on this thing, like what alcoholic drink would match up against the legions. But I guess we should get into it. Okay,
We start with Dark Angels.
Dark Angels.
Fuck the stream.
Okay, okay, let's do it then. Dark Angels. What would they be into?
I think it depends what wing. I think the Storm wing is going to be drinking something more towards like Budweiser, whereas I think like the Raven wing, that are like cool on the bikes, are going to be drinking
Craft beer. They're a craft beer legion.
Yeah, exactly.
IPA.
Exactly.
And when they taste it, hoppy. You know, they say that. Tosses.
Yeah. Well, so let's not linger too much on each one.
No, second.
White Scars.
White. What? Oh, like fermented goat's milk.
Yeah. What's that called? It's got a name, hasn't it?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm not going to look it up now. It's fermented goat's milk. That's
Emperor's Children.
wine.
Rosé wine.
No, not rosé. God, no. It has to be like the rare. Like it would be like a really hard grape variety to grow. Oh, God, Pinot Noir. It would be some Pinot Noir from some godforsaken part of the universe. That's absolutely impossible to grow unless it's on that particular area, and that's the only thing they drink. That single fucking Pinot Noir. Yes. Who else we got?
Well, Iron Warriors next for.
I'm getting toasted in the comments section, by the way. I haven't got any lime here, guys. I'm sorry. I just haven't got any. I do need lime. Brains. So the studio sits on top of like a bunch of other businesses. I sit on top of a curry house. There's a Michelin star restaurant down the road. But there's also a pub called the Welsh House. And every weekend, they'll have something blasting out. They'll have Catatonia blasting out. They'll have Tom Jones blasting out. I'm a little bit Welshed out right now. So I need a little bit of something extra. Yeah, I'm getting absolutely
Welshed out.
I'm
a Welshman who's saying they're Welshed out. This is like the
I'm Welshed out. Yeah, I'm Welsh. Like constantly listening to Welsh singers singing about. Well, not so much Lost Prophets anymore. But yeah, Iron Warriors, what do they drink?
More Tom Jones, more towards the Tom
More
Jones.
More Tom Jones, yes.
What about Alid? Alid Jones.
Alid. What does Alid Jones drink? What's his favourite legion? What do the Iron Warriors drink?
I reckon Iron Warriors is a strong red wine because they're like Macedonian.
Yeah, like unfiltered.
Yeah.
I can imagine that they make their own beer and they insist that it's better than everything else out there, even though it tastes like shit.
You know what Iron Warriors drink, actually?
What do they drink? What?
A strong Dnieper from Big Pete's Pop-Up.
Yeah.
And it's a hazy light hop ale with subtle hints of decimation.
I love the tasting notes on there as well. Okay, what other legions are out there, guys? Oh, yeah, Emperor's Children drink Chateau Neuf de Pape. Yeah, of course. Oh, there we go. The comment section's paying for itself. Kefir. Kefir is the fermented goat's milk. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, Goldschlager for fists. That's a good shout.
Is that the one with little like bits of gold in it that they go to find in Superbad?
Yeah. That's it.
That just conjures up good descriptions.
You know, in one of the novels, for the word bearers, Lorgar does drink a wine from Colchis, and it's described as like a very, very sweet, almost like a fortified wine. And I thought that was really interesting because Colchis is a like sun world. You know, it only has one kind of toposphere. I think that's the right phrase. But in those kind of environments, like the grapes would shrivel up, and the sweetness would become concentrated, almost like prunes, like trying to make wine from prunes. So just that little bit of detail there, I really appreciated from Aaron Dembski Bowden there. So they drink prune wine.
This is why you can only produce one book every 15 years, because he meticulously researches the type of wines that would be produced on a certain world.
I'm so there for it. Blood Angels. Be some kind of like. It'd be some kind of like whatever, but mixed with blood. And you asked them, "Oh, can I try it?" Nope, sorry.
No.
Because they bled some pig out for it. Who would be? Who night? Oh God, we can't say on the stream what they drink. We can't. What's that? Adrenochrome. That's what they drink.
Do you think?
Adrenochrome, yeah, definitely. Some kind of like torturous.
I don't know, man. I think they're just drinking like rum and whiskey straight.
Rum. That'd be more like a Space Wolf thing, I think. Rum.
No, that's mead.
Mead, yeah, I know mead. Yeah, I guess it'd be mead.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy one. That sells itself.
Who would be the most insufferable Legion? Who?
Moonshine, yes.
Oh.
Yes, Night Lords drinking moonshine.
Yes. How didn't we think of that one? You should be doing the live stream, Johan.
How we didn't think of that one was, do you know when you go into the shop every week and you're like, what should we have for lunch? Or what should we have for tea? And your mind immediately forgets everything you've previously eaten in the past.
Yep.
That just happened.
Yeah. Sons of Horus. They'd be Budweiser.
They would, because I've done like primarch like restaurants before, debate topic, and we came down to that Horus would be running like a sports bar.
Yeah.
And you'd sort of love going for a while.
Yeah.
And,
it's too buddy, too pally, yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, Budweiser I think fits really well with that. Because we came down like Sanguinius was like a jazz bar, and I think that fits well with like oh no, you're not having a bit of my wine. Sit down over there.
Thousand Suns, Magnus, that would be like single malt whiskey.
No, because they actually do produce wine.
Oh, do they? Tuscan wine, of course,
yeah. Wine.
But I could just imagine him.
There are so many Ponzi wine drinkers.
I can imagine him like when you, because I don't drink whiskey, but you're showing off your meager collection of whiskey, and he's kind of like, oh, is that all you got? Like, I don't drink anything that isn't at least 12 years aged. You know, I can imagine him giving that kind of comment.
Right, just as we go down into the last 10 minutes, Miles, should we reiterate how people should watch the cast and how we're doing it?
If you want to watch this alongside us with our commentary, feel free to have us on in the background, off on the side browser, and then have the stream running. If we will, on the screen, it will be playing. So you won't miss anything. You can sync it up with us. We will not be playing the sound through this because that will be absolutely insufferable if we did that. Having that double reverberation, that double echo. So we will be having it up on the screen, but feel free to sync alongside us to enjoy the commentary. Okay, in the last 10 minutes, running up to Heresy 3.0, what are we expecting to see? Are the leaks genuine? Are we getting Saturnine?
Yeah, surely they're too well done to be anything but. Was this another? See, this is one of our problems, Miles. Is I never know when you're asking a rhetorical question to chat.
That's to the chat as well. Chat, join in. We're having a conversation here, all of us together.
Does anyone think we're not getting Saturnine? That would be the interesting question. And then the next one will be.
Well,
why?
I reposted the like fake photo. You know that box set photo. And the amount of people say, oh, fake, fake news, trash. I'm in your camp. Like, I don't see how it could not be real. Because it's so
like
well
when
done.
people landed on the moon. Mate. It's like when people landed on the moon. It
Yeah.
would be harder to fake that than for it to be real.
Yeah.
So,
and I think they've mixed like reality, like what is actually coming out with some fake things to cross-pollinate them. So I think we are getting Saturnine. I think the box set will be Salamanders versus Iron Warriors. We will be returning to Istvan because that's, I mean, we can see on the preview, that the drop site preview. So it's, unless they pull like a huge double bluff on us, maybe Mark II, I think we'll definitely see. I think that is the contents of the box. That will be the box that will be released. But what I'm interested in is to see if there's anything else that will be previewed as well, like a supplementary campaign book, a little bit of an indication of what the rules will be.
now, do you think they will? Because obviously, what we've seen, the back of the book, or the back of the box includes a rule book. Do you think that will be the one that includes all the legions, or do you think that will be included within the main rulebook, or do you think they'll do it separately like the current Heresy 2 stuff?
I'm sorry, I didn't listen to a word of that. We do have a live update. The graphic on the website has been updated. Warhammer Horus Heresy, strap on for the drop, or strap in for the preview.
Right, Miles, filibuster. I'm going to go get another drink.
The assault on Istvan has begun. Wave upon wave of elite legionaries Astartes are searing in from orbit. Is that correct? Searing in like a steak? Accompanied by Hulking Saturnine confirmed Terminators, and the biggest dreadnought ever seen in the 31st millennium. The show starts soon, and you can watch it on the stream below. Let's whack this on. So again, guys, if you do want to join us watching this alongside us, sync up now. What are we going to see? Let's see in the comments and make the most. You know, we did the boring selections, right? Let's come up with some batshit crazy suggestions. What do you want to see in your wildest dreams? What do you hope to see? I'm talking plastic primarchs. I'm talking, I don't know, different types of, because there's not only Indomitus, Tartarus, Saturnine, there's other different kinds of Terminator armor. Some of those maybe. What else? Mark 1 armor, Thunder Warriors. Like the old Burning of Prospero box set where we got Custodes. Yeah, let's throw some Thunder Warriors in there as well. We're returning right to the Unification Wars. Hell yeah, let's see a batshit crazy collection. So Istvan is literally on the map. In the background, Hacks, I thought they were moving towards the Siege of Terra. Ooh, if I'm being ultra critical and being a bit of a Debbie Downer here, I would have liked to have seen them progress on. So whenever I paint World Eaters at the moment, I get that little pull on my arm whenever I paint them blue and white, because it feels like we've progressed on from the initial Horus Heresy. That the Bly era felt like Heresy 1.0. That was early Heresy. It feels like we are nudging our way into like mid-Heresy. And we've seen the books for it, like the Martian one, the other campaign books in this edition. But I would like to see us hitting mid-Heresy a lot harder, a lot more. And I would like to see us progress onto the Siege of Terra. Maybe bring in some kind of advertisement, some kind of flirting with the Siege of Terra. And that could be like the next big expansion. Maybe in the next 10 years or so, move on properly to the Siege. So Max, we've just been talking about what some Hacks was thought we were moving on to the Siege of Terra rather than return back to Istvan. Is this 2 steps forward, 1 step back for you?
No, I think the actual box is irrelevant because they've skipped about the Heresy so much anyway. I think actually the rules from Heresy 1 felt very early war, and Heresy 2 felt very mid-war.
Yeah.
Maybe Heresy 3 will be late war. So I'm hoping
but we return to Istvan. This is Istvan. Again, this is right. Do you think they're just going right back to the very beginning, new rule set, sweep everything that's been before, clean sweep, new edition, new us, new Istvan?
I bet. I mean,
I like the branding, by the way. I like the hat.
Ah, This has been around for a while, actually.
Barefoot
It
Miniatures,
just
by the way,
shadows my face. I thought I'd
just
seen that
hit
sort of
10k subscribers on YouTube. Oh, we should do that thing. Like, subscribe, share, donate a kidney, whatever. You know, do all the YouTubey things. Go on to Barefoot Miniatures, do the same thing. I think most of the viewers from this are actually from your Discord, though. So please subscribe to my YouTube, please. That would be aces, because you get to see more Max on there when we do the Hobby Hammer.
Okay, sometimes. Yeah. So I've got a stout called Body Language.
Okay. Are we going to enjoy the Heresy 3.0 reveals with body language?
It's body language in the form of interpretive dance, I think. But
Yeah.
maybe. I've got Hazy Nights.
Hazy.
which is a hazy pale ale.
So Max sounds underwater. Ooh.
Oh, that's just classic.
Yeah, pop the
No.
mic closer to your face, maybe. Yeah. Armless Abaddon, keep hammering at him.
Yeah, I wonder why. Oh, I've got my window open, that's why.
Oh, I got my window. It's boiling here. It's so hot here in Wales, which is a bit of an oddity for me. I was at my son's sports day yesterday. I actually burned. I actually caught the sun. This is a new feeling for me. So we got a few suggestions I did throw out to the community. Batshit crazy collections. What do you want to see come out? We're saying Plastic Ferris, Sisters of Silence, brand new army. Yeah, they really need some love in this edition. They really need something. Come on, Games Workshop, give some sisters some love. What else we got? A World Eaters Praetor. Now, that's just utter fantasy right there. You're a fantasist, Johan.
A World Eater's Praetor with a regular sized weapon rather than the weapon that they put on
the Iron Warrior.
Praetor,
Jeez Louise, what the hell are they doing there?
I have no idea. It's terrible. The
Okay,
rest of the Praetor was really good.
Yeah, that's too big for the Primarch, let alone just a regular Praetor.
Yeah. It's bigger than the Iron Circles hammers. So you've got this giant Megabot.
Perhaps when they were scaling it, they just fucked up the scale. Hats, I like them doing this fun again. But them releasing campaign books that were narratively coming closer to the Siege of Terror made me think they were going to do 3rd edition as the Battle for Pluto or something. Okay, that could be a thing, because Istvan would be the box set and then campaign book. Oh, we're edging. It means something like edging and Guna means something completely different to what I remember it being. But yeah, perhaps we'll be edging towards Terror. That'd be nice. I'd like a World Eaters Praetor, especially for conversions. Yeah, as long as it's a good World Eaters Praetor, right? As long as these releases are good, because I'm staring at Aster Crone, and who's the Raven Guard guy? The Moritat.
Which one is that guy?
Yeah, what's his name?
Next.
KD's next. Yeah, gorgeous
KD's
miniature.
next.
Really gorgeous miniature. But I'm not a big aficionado of this particular Legion, but I keep hearing good model. It's not the character, though. So
yeah, the armor looks too heavy, doesn't it?
Is he meant to be like a scout or something? Like I really don't know much about him.
He's like a cool guy with 2 guns. He's really stealthy. So
Right.
he's not this like hulking.
He is
dude.
beefy.
He's got the special rule. So he's literally sprinting everywhere, which no one else can do, and firing at full ballistic skill because he's that super fast.
So he's up on camera right now. He's such a beefy miniature, and I could preview a little conversion I'm doing for upcoming Wolf, Space Wolf conversions. Yeah, this is the dude, like a big. He is a great miniature, really great miniature, but bulky as all hell. And
Just too armored.
Yeah, an Aster Crone here, and we compare. Oh God, okay, never mind that. We've got a graphic. Okay, it's coming up. Ooh, Horus Heresy. You're seeing some of the box sets.
So this is the Heresy.
This is it. This is sort of like a review of everything we've done up until this point. The Horus Heresy.
I love how they've got Jonathan Keeble to do it.
Oh, are you listening to this on a separate track?
Yeah.
How'd you do that? I'm not gonna. I'll watch it
Jonathan
later.
Keeble narrating all of the things. how long is this stream on for? How much do they need to pad out? It's cool that they're going through this.
I quite like that they do it.
Also, it's not cool Games Workshop. Get to the previews.
Show me the miniatures. Oh, the card game. Dude, I still play the card game on my phone. Like when spare.
Oh, yeah.
It's great for artwork.
What's your handle on it?
Oh, something.
Release it to everyone.
Something really stupid. Yeah, I will release it live. Oh, the Legions
is just
updated. If anyone
else is playing it, well, let's release it later. If anyone else is playing it,
yeah,
we can always get
involved. But I don't really play it. I just go on there every now and again for the artwork, to give me some inspiration. Like they've redone the Blood Angels Legion recently, and they've got really good Inducti art. So it's red armor, but with black shoulder pads and black arms. It looks mint. Yeah. It looks so good. I wish they've
updated it from the old Visions of Heresy artwork that was a really good card game / book. That was really cool, and then they've been updating it into modern artwork that actually includes a lot of people's models, don't they? They've taken people's pictures from Instagram and used them within the card game.
Yeah, it's nice to have that community.
This is the opposite of a preview.
It's hyping you up. It's getting me in the mood. I'm enjoying this. I like the foreplay. I want to be fondled a little bit before I'm.
You want to be fluffed up?
We got the Legion Imperialis. I'm waiting for that game to go extinct so I can buy everything.
It's a really good game. Like,
it looks great, but epic. The first time around, that dives off the edge of a cliff because there's too much options. People only had enough time and money to invest in 1 or 2 game systems, and it just floundered, unfortunately. Same thing with this. Great game, amazing miniatures, but
it's the best bit about tabletop games, right? They last forever. It doesn't matter whether they're continued supported. Like Heresy 1 did really well with no support from Games Workshop for a while.
Johan, they're edging. Yes, they are edging. They're edging us. Edging us so hard. Adam and Eddie.
An hour's worth of previews, Miles, is what they're saying.
Oh, yeah, I like the green screen they got going on. That's very professional. Oh, this guy, Alex.
Do you reckon we could do that?
Oh, Sanguinius looks so good in the background. Well, did you just wave hello at Alex like he's waved back? How much should we have to drink?
Not enough to do that. It's a joke. It was a joke.
What were we talking about? The game.
Do you think they're actually going to go through the box that we've all seen again?
I think
it's like breaking news.
That's the thing. Like we've kind of seen the box set already. I hope they have something else as well to give us. I don't think we'll get a roadmap like we did in 2022. I think it was. We had like a roadmap in the next 6 months.
Surely they will. Because people will be annoyed if this game comes out and it invalidates everyone's armies and like you can only play Legions again. It will be mental if they've not got a roadmap for people to be like, oh, in September I can play it, or whenever.
I think we'll. So the pessimist in me says we're just going to preview the box set here, because this is a big deal. Like getting the box set. If we didn't have those leaks.
In an hour, everyone at home. If it's only that box, I'm really sorry that we've got you to watch this.
Oh, yeah, you could unsubscribe if that's the case, but unsubscribe from Barefoot Miniatures and unsubscribe from Little Legend. Yes, sorry for this colossal.
Yeah, exactly. John says there must be a roadmap. There must be. I 100% agree.
I don't think there will be. So, John. Yeah, there must be. Very declarative, strong sentence there. Nah. Fort Wayne. Is that what you're watching from? Where's everyone watching from? Can you pop it in the comments? Let's see our global community.
Yeah, well, so this is right. Back in days of your Miles, when I set up my Patreon, I put it in like dollars, not dollar dues, in actual dollars.
Yeah.
Because I was like, America's definitely a bigger market, and then like loads of my Patreon people are all from the UK anyway. I have got some like hardcore Americans, but it was a swing and a miss from my end because I just have to pay conversion rates, right?
I've still got
That's
in.
why it would be super interesting.
I've still got in dollars. A few years ago, like the dollar did really well against the pound, and it was almost like on parity. So I was getting paid like a lot more through the Patreon payouts, and I've been too afraid to change it over since. I should do a lot of things. Okay, so John, UK, Hacks, Texas. Whereas any Australians in the chat? Here's a
is
tip
that
for you.
new tanks though, or is that re-released resin tanks in plastic? Like, are we going to see a saber? Are we going to see
From this edition, I want a Dreadclaw, or I want a Charybdis in plastic. That's what I want. Even though I've just bought resin, I want plastic. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Shh.
Right, so you just said what we've never seen before. We'll see.
The Dreadnought. Ooh,
Yeah,
Valdor.
it's going to be.
I mean, fair play. The animation's gorgeous.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut your mouth.
This seemed to help him. A way he could express
It is narrated,
of his
Michael.
plan.
Just look at.
You guys are behind. Yep, we're behind in a lot of ways.
Yeah, so sadly, Hacks,
Not if the
it
legions
goes
are
through to us
successful.
with a delay, and then obviously goes back through the channel with a delay.
Yeah, so you guys need to sync up with us if you want to watch it concurrently.
How deep does the rod go? Oh,
Baneblades.
Yes. Bellblade.
Plastic Baneblade confirmed in the new box set.
Bellblade, Miles.
Oh, wrong blade.
Oh, fucking quad sentry guns, man.
Salamander's confirmed.
Execute the mandate.
Order 66 them.
Do
point
them
back.
in.
Oh! Saturnine. Ooh, disintegrator weaponry.
Oh, disintegrate. How disintegrated the weapons work.
How
That's
they
cool
look.
to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
funnily
blue
enough,
as well. Like
they
blue.
disintegrate your opponent. They're blue unless you're Ultramarines, in which case they could be magenta.
Do you reckon?
Color theory
Asthma,
dictates so.
Asthma, white, hot, and blue.
Yeah, I guess that could work. Ooh.
Heat based, yeah.
Ooh.
The legions now stand with Horus.
You're surprised?
In the end, I suppose.
Shut up, Maltador.
Do you wonder if they might be right? Many will sympathize with their rebellion.
I am the Emperor's spear. What I think doesn't matter.
Fucking Valdor's emotionally stunted, man. Why would you ask Valdor if they might be Valdor? He's got the emotions of a brick.
For a war that may never end.
He's not thinking about whether it's right or wrong. He's just like, Emperor is good. Emperor is great.
Perhaps it's like talking to your cat. He's got no one else to talk to. You know, you're not going to get a response, but it just staves off the loneliness. Well,
That's canon now about Malcador. He's
Oh,
like, do you think they're right?
dude, that was such a good animation. That is fucking awesome. Yes.
Get ready for the Barefoot Miniatures intro changing, because I constantly steal from those videos.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Good. Okay. So this is it. Ooh, guys, what do we think? Okay, Age of Darkness Saturnine. I guess that's the initial box set of Saturnine armor and Dreadnought. Saturnine.
We've seen this. We agree with you, right? What do you think of the big Dreadnought?
Sorry,
What do you think of the big Dreadnought?
I haven't really seen it. But I didn't like the Contemptor when they came out. I wasn't a big fan of the
Really?
Contemptor. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the
More about
Contemptor.
the box.
Yeah, I like the stunty, boxy nature of like Imperial tech. But I've grown to love the Contemptor. I'm guessing it's a similar kind of thing with this because there's lots of like open spaces to develop. It's not cluttered. It gives you that space to do freehand on or add a decal, do that really nice molten emberous magma effect on the side of the shoulder pad for a salamander. I mean, with the Saturnine
I
armor
think
as
this
well.
will obviously have that in spades, won't it? 'Cause it's got those big shoulder pad areas. Yes, the front, it won't have like space to freehand, but it will have good space to do like blend up to point, then blend back down. Like it
Yes,
will have
lots of
really
nice
good
negative space on
angles
there.
for nice painting as well.
It's a thick old box set. Okay. I'm not,
They love that hearsay joke, don't they?
I'm not too sure about the Saturnine armor.
Are you not? I think it's better than everyone else's attempt, and I know that's
No, agreed.
then other people aren't massive studios with loads of money behind them.
Yeah.
I think is the problem.
So, I mean, the problem with Saturnine is you're an egg
derpy
on
now.
legs. It's derpy, yeah. The only time I've ever seen it done well is in that, the...
Yes! Plastic fell blade and glaives.
Oh!
Yes.
Yes, get in there.
No, he's not coming. He's not coming. He's in the chat.
It's coming.
Hobby.
Yeah. It is coming.
Plastic fell
Let's
blade
start that. Ooh, Mark II. Yeah, they are sexy. Oh, they're all the same poses though. It's like the Mark III and the Mark VI.
We know that's happening though, right? They've just got to be redoing like mannequins in different armor, and I don't think that's actually too bad. Actually, that makes it really good for having mixed armor marks Mark V, because you can just literally interchange those bits. Hopefully, they're numbered the same, and we can just literally like, right.
But does
leg
anyone
off
do
mark,
that though?
left
Does anybody
mark.
mix the armor plates up? Because
Mate, I started out being super purist in my armor marks.
yeah.
And as I've like matured, and I think it's a place that you get to within your heresy journey, is you start maturing. Like a fine
Maturing,
wine.
yeah.
Yeah.
You start
And
drinking
you
body
start
odor
mixing
or whatever the
armor
hell
marks,
is you're drinking.
'cause you start getting like the late heresy mindset of being like, yeah, demons are about, and my guys are like at their wits' end. I've read Slaves to Darkness, all the armor's mixed.
Yeah. No, I've always been a mixer. I've always disintegrated weaponry. Oh my god, disintegrated weaponry looks great. The design looks phenomenal.
Do you know what? It looks like a Rhodes cannon. And it looks like a melter gun.
Good paint scheme on the Iron Warriors as well. Like really good paint scheme for them. They
As
don't.
we know, one of the hardest legions to paint.
Yeah, weirdly they are. Yeah, because they're deceptive, right? Like Necrons. Yeah, you can dry brush them, but they're not going to look good.
Yeah, well, I know I've got insider track knowledge of this because he's on my Discord, but Hermit hobbies are really, really good. Like, he's got that nice pop and colour to them of his Iron Warriors.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous stuff. Okay, what's the chat
These have got that nice oily feel to the Iron Warriors.
You need to watch this later with audio. Yep, I absolutely do. Hopefully that means more Sisters Plastic Felt. Yeah, hopefully. Imagine if we get a Malcador model. That would be... But would he be released on his own, or would he be released as... I've got a theory. So next year, it's 40 years of 40k. I think we'll see an Emperor miniature next year.
Oh, I don't know.
That's my gambit. And if guys, could you spread that rumor as if it's a fact? Don't tell anybody the source. It's definitely coming. Okay, Emperor miniature, 40 years, 40k.
Right. So that's one thing that they've just said actually with the disintegrator weapons, because they've got the hands and both the left and the right attached to the weapons. Having them in the same poses allows those disintegrator weapons to be put on different marks of armor. So it's the interchangeability of those.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually in favour of like the bolt gun has their pistol grip attached and the hands are on the arms. I much prefer that setup.
Right.
Because then you can like sling the bolter and things like that. But that is one of the things that they're all going to have to be in the same pose.
And you know what? These guys,
weapons compatibility.
they basic mooks. I need to get out of my head that. So I think like the days.
Each one's a hero, Miles. Each one's a hero.
You know, the days of early Heresy. I've been honey dick too much. You know, when Heresy armies were all individually made, where you had to source bits from like 1,000 different kits, put them together, and everything. Yeah, like early Heresy, before people... Oh, cool.
Don't make us into one of those casts, Miles. The Centurion. Yes.
But yeah, that's... I still think of Heresy armies like that being
What do you think
super
of this
bespoke.
Iron Warrior Centurion?
I love it. Like, great pose, very strong. It's Legion agnostic, so it's a Legion Praetor for all, or Centurion for all the legions.
I think that mate is really good for a Crozius as well.
Yeah.
But I like that the bolts are slung. We don't see enough of those poses.
And yeah, easy enough to swap out for a sword if you really want. And I'm always a big fan of miniatures with servo skulls to them as well, because you can use them in Necromunda.
He's picking up the turret, Miles. Or the Dreadnought. Is that the Dreadnought?
No,
it's the turret. The turret.
That's the turret.
Yes. Fucking love turrets, mate. I've got like 6 different types.
Centurion is a beauty, Elliot says. John, that's a busy That's a busy model. Yeah, it is. I guess it is a little bit busy. But yeah, I mean, these miniatures are so much bigger now. I think they can just about support the density of detail on them.
That turret is not busy though. Look at how
that is. Like, I'm not a big artillery guy, but that looks divine.
It looks cool as hell. Hopefully, flyer's a big thing in this game, so that you've got an excuse to take them. To be like, da, 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 da. It's like a Saber defense platform. Yeah. Where they've replaced it with a
Jojo,
a Fire Raptor ball turret.
Jojo says, "I love the Saturnine Eggmen." Jojo, is that my Jojo? Like are you my degenerate student, Jojo? Send me a meme if you are. It's a lovely turret. I think that could be the tagline of this entire episode. It's a lovely turret.
I'm too excited for that turret compared to the rest of them. Everyone will hate how much I'm excited for that turret.
Oh, Saturnine. I know
I love how they do the silhouettes as if we've not seen them already.
Yeah. Guys, if you want to sync up with us with our live reaction, please feel free to, because we know we are a little bit behind because the stream has to come to us, then come to you.
What do you think of the helmets of the Saturnine being like Mark III-ish?
I need to look at them.
You're not in love with them?
I need to look at them. I need to really, because I don't think, I know this is sort of like a snap reaction show, but I want time to mull. I want time to consider, to extract the different flavours of Saturnine that exist in the armour.
I quite like that segmented plate over the abdomen.
I do like the art, yeah.
I like how clunky it looks.
I like the proportions of them.
That should be Saturnine to me, and I think it's a good representation. I'm not a hater of them. I think we need to file off those, like the eagles off the front.
I really,
some of that negative space.
Really hope with that Praetor you have different shoulder pads and you don't have like all the crap on them. Because that's like prime real estate for a decal or some kind of design. Oh, Saturnine.
Easily smoothed over though, like a Leviathan's like nipple discharges.
I'm sure you can 3D print something out as well. Even now, I'm sure somebody has whipped up an STL and put it out there on cults.
How long do you think it'll be until these Saturnine Terminators
end of the stream? You'll be able to get those exact Saturnine Terminators.
I like how they've actually got a sense of movement, those Terminators.
They look clunky, they look awkward, they look like eggs on legs. They're exactly what Saturnine should be.
What's that, the 3D video animation?
Oh,
the Death of Hope.
Yeah, Death of Hope.
The Saturnine that was in that looked really good, and these remind me of that.
Okay, the more I look at them, the more I like them.
In universe.
The detail on the feet, like the clawed feet, the pistons.
Do you know what? The clawed feet, they were originally going to be on the Iron Havocs.
Yeah.
I was talking to a designer at an old Heresy weekend, and the Iron Havoc just didn't know how to differentiate them from a heavy weapon squad, and the only thing they could think of was clawed feet like that. That's why they never got a model.
I like that they're not
apparently.
I like that they're not too dynamic. You know, they look like they're clomping forward. I was never a big fan of like dynamically posed Terminators. Like Logan Grimnar.
I like them with momentum. Like
yes.
Read Mark of Calth, where there's the description of like you've just got to keep moving forward in Terminator armor. That is a good depiction, I think, of Terminator armor. They're not static. The whole point is to keep moving forward at a relentless pace.
You know, I
It might be
think
slow
as
at
far as
relentless pace,
Saturnine
but-
Terminator armor could go, this is probably the best design that they could have made.
Yeah, and I know
Dark
some
Angel
people have a
version.
problem with the proportions. Do you know, like with how do those hips work? Not very well.
Yeah.
But to me, it's never been a good thing. So if you think of how like a normal Indomitus Terminator works, it just doesn't work with the body shape. Space Marines don't work with the body shape. Ooh, Saturnine white scars.
Yeah,
Must
and
be
we've seen
terrible.
like different helmet options as well. Like I'm wondering whether you can replace them with regular resin upgrades for like Legion specific upgrades. I would be interested to see whether you did get a different chest pad as well for traitors. I'm guessing not, because we've seen an Alpha Legion one on screen right now.
It is a headed eagle, Miles. It is a single-headed eagle.
Still,
So it's not an Imperial eagle. It's not a Palatine Aquila.
yeah, it's prime real estate for me to put a decal on or do a bit of freehand.
But it'd be easy enough to slice off that, right?
Yeah, it's plastic. It is plastic. You'd be able to file it off, no problem. Ooh. Saturnine Praetor. Yeah, there's just so much crap on his shoulder pads. That's the first thing I can see on him. Like, there's so much shit in his shoulder pads.
Take those pads and chuck them away. It's
Gone.
Yeah.
Chat.
I don't like that Iron Halo. I
Chat,
prefer the
what
normal
do we-
Terminators over this.
Chat, what do we think? Oh, is that a...
Plastic Thunderhawk when? As soon as possible. That looks cool.
yeah, like a close combat version of it? I actually prefer that rather than the like heavy units.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Okay, chat, what do we think of Saturnine? Now we're getting a good look at them. What do we think of Saturnine Terminator armor? Thumbs up, thumbs down. You vote. There's a way to like put a vote on here. Can I community moderation? Ooh, I can ban people.
He's not your degenerate Jojo.
Let's just stop. Oh, it's not. I'm not your degenerate. Oh, okay. Ooh.
It's the Iron Warriors one with the hand up.
Yeah, I like
crushing,
that.
Do you know the Abaddon crushing the world one?
Oh, and you know what's putting me... Well, not putting me off. Do you know what's like not syncing with me with regular Saturnine Terminator armor? Truges. They haven't got those leather straps just plastered everywhere. Sorry, I think so, yeah. Paterge, maybe? I've always thought the P was silent, like pterodactyl. Chat, how do you pronounce it?
They're just going to give us text back. They're just going to write out a Turge.
Turge. Oh, yeah, that's, yeah. Silent P or not. Oh, Saturnine Dreadnought. Okay. What's the chat say? I'm not your degenerate. I'm sure you're a degenerate in your own way.
Excellent.
Give him a chain axe. The Imperial Fist one is much nicer.
Give the Dreadnought a chain axe.
Give the Dreadnought a chain axe. Yeah, I like the Dreadnought. Declaratively, I can say I like that Dreadnought.
It just means my Leviathan Pravian Hyron Denominis is going to have an upgrade in his suit of Dreadnought armor.
Do you know what this reminds me of? RoboCop 2, when they're developing like a second generation of RoboCop armor, and everyone that they stick in the RoboCop armor goes crazy and kills themselves. But they decide, oh, do you know what would be a great idea? If we put like a drug-addled cult leader in it, and we just like whack a load of heroin into a system to control him. It's that upgraded armor that reminds you like the big...
That's surely like a Mechanicum construct, though.
Yeah.
Versus like a legionary dreadnought is staunchly going through pain of being a dreadnought to carry on the fight.
That is exquisite. Exquisite. I'm claiming that. I haven't just read that from like 3 people in the chat. Exquisite.
What the Senate says why drops like though, as far as I know, Saturnine was never mentioned back then. Man, it's just wild. Like this dreadnought's never mentioned in any book.
Yeah.
Like, I 100% agree with you. But people like me and you that are like, it hurts my brain. Because it does hurt my brain. we've got to pretend in our own heads it was always there and it's fine.
When they re-release the entirety of the book series again, all in limited edition.
And they add these little
bits.
Just
like these non sequitur sentences.
Saturnine Dreadnought walked past, just in random paragraphs in the book.
And then a Saturnine Terminator threw a Thunder Fist. What's a Thunder Fist? Oh my god. I like the designs. I think once we see them out there in the community with different paint jobs, because that's where like kits really come to life for me, when you see them in the hands of different artists and what they can do with them. But the basic paint scheme you're given here, really good. It shows off the miniature, it's clear. So I haven't got a problem with this.
Not got a problem with it at all.
No.
Because there was a point at like end of Heresy 1, start of Heresy 2, where it was like, ooh, I don't know whether I like the way the paint schemes are going. Versus like the original Matt Cain era.
Yeah.
And then actually, I don't mind these ones.
Yeah, no, I think they're clean. They present the miniature well. You give them out to the community. We could do the more experimental stuff.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
that's where it really starts to come to life for me. The size of the Saturnine is insane. Yeah, well, actually, what is the size of the Saturnine? I saw a mock-up that it's as big as a Castaferum Dreadnought.
Well, not even the Dreadnought, man, because that's more understandable because it's just a sarcophagus, right? It's a disembodied fucking shriveled husk.
Yeah.
But the actual Saturnine Terminators, I think, is what Elliot's referring to. It's the head of a normal, even like new Marine comes up to like the nipple of a Saturnine Terminator.
Oh my god! Wow.
So the proportions just don't make sense.
Oh. Well, they are upscaling the Heresy. I mean, I've got a couple of miniatures here, and they've
already done that with Mark 6 and Mark 2.
They practically Primaris scale already. So up on screen for our viewers, because I can do this. We have a Primaris next to Asta Crone. I mean, they're nearly there anyway. With the proportion, the proportions are different.
Yeah, but then like Saturnines are bigger than that, man. They're fucking mentally big. Yeah,
big thumbs up for me so far. Chat, community, watchers. Thumbs up, thumbs down on the box set. What do we think the price will be on this thing? And is it good value for money for people getting into the Heresy? I've just thrown beer all over my fucking desk. Is it good value for people getting into the Heresy? Would this lure new people into the Heresy? Or is it for like...
What do you think your guess is, Miles? For a price point?
Oh, my guess, 150? I can't remember what the old one was, like 175, I think the last box set was.
Yeah, I think 185. I like on these scale comparisons how they started with the least relevant one.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is just complete the turret. Like, why it doesn't matter how big that is.
Well, you got to edge it out, haven't you?
You
got to edge us. Edgy. Okay, Thomas Pedersen, I like it. Same price as AOD. What was that? Like 100... whatever the old price was, I think it'll be the same.
That's if it's not gone up to like account for random
inflation,
Games Workshop inflation that has happened over the past 3 years.
They know
that Saturnine Terminator is fucking massive.
I like the chunkiness of it. I like how big it. Yeah, that's sort of like an old Castafer. Oh fucking hell! Look at the next one. Dreadnought.
It's crazy.
Wow. But I have heard on the. On the wind, whispers on the wind.
These Tartarus and Cataphracti
Genry
just don't hold up anymore.
But I've heard that they're rescaling those as well.
Do you reckon?
They have to. I mean, look at it. Look how diddy. Look at the Dreadnought next to like a regular Marine. He's diddy at this point. Small, I mean, not P Diddy. I really don't want this stream demonetized. I'd love to see Angron next to these, like the original Angron miniature.
Small probably.
Small, SMOL, small.
Well, that refers to 6mm scales, surely.
So the guess. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, he is massive.
Yeah, so the dude inside that suit. Why?
So unfortunately on the photos on the website for Vulcan don't quite show this off, but when Matthew Kane painted that, he did like inscription work on the armor, and he glazed over the top of it with inks. So when you're looking at the miniature, you can kind of see scales on the armor, but the photos don't really pick it up. Look at him next to that. Boom. I quite like the salamander scheme as well that they used. Getting that green right is so difficult because you don't want to edge too much into the khaki side of things. You don't want to edge too much into the yellow. It's a really nice compromise how they have. Oh my god, next to the Custodes Dreadnought.
Like Thanatar scale, right?
That is. And what do you think? Okay, how is it going to perform in game? Because the Leviathan fights. It can fight like a knight. Surely. Like this thing is like a Space Marine knight, surely.
No, Thanatar, man. Thanatar. He's got that on the right, on its left, is surely just a Thanatar plasma mortar. And surely it will just operate like strength 8 large blast, bam.
Well, I'm going to be commissioned to paint an ungodly amount of these.
To the point where you never want to see one.
To the point where I never want to paint one for myself. Guys, if you do want a commission for this, we have. This is me shilling now. We have, and usually we're in the. So normally we have like 3 slots open for any new box set like this. I've already sold 2 just off the rumors, so we have 1 slot left. If you want to get in contact with me to get any of your legions painted, please get in touch. There will be a host of tutorials for them. Me and Max will be chatting about these. Visit our patrons. But this stream isn't about that, about shilling. But yeah, commission me. Commission me to paint your Saturnine Dreadnought.
I don't think the Islam 5 had much bocage, so...
That's true, yeah. If you want to be lore accurate, you will not have any of these. It's a good box. It's a good box set. I think it's a solid box set. I think it... Okay, snap reaction, where... The Heresy box sets up until this point, rank them.
Oh, that's hard. Calth. Calth is
Calth's top.
The best.
Right.
Yeah, and because it was just the entry, the Mark IV works for everyone.
Yep.
Cataphracti,
yeah, but the best Terminator plate.
Prospero, I did really like Mark III.
Yeah, just the Custodes. The Custodes holding back.
Mark III. Yeah, the entry into the game Custodes was horrible, especially in that Heresy 1. If no one played Heresy, if you didn't play Heresy 1, Custodes were mental in it, which is why there's still like a stigma about people playing them, because they're fine now, really. But damage characteristic.
Damage characteristic? Oh, like 2nd edition.
Yeah. So it's damage characteristic, so like Necromunda maybe.
Oh yeah.
Where you.
Okay, so here the rules section. So, oh, what's that? Ooh, okay, Max, this is very much your territory. The rules.
Yeah, but it's a nicely wrapped rulebook, Miles.
Oh, is it a limited edition one though? If it's limited edition,
Looks like a weak spine.
Those cards, I really, really love those reference sheets that come alongside it.
Let's just hope it has actual useful stuff on there.
Yeah. Okay, so this is done in the style of Heresy 2.
Hopefully they're quality fucking pages.
It's done in the style of Heresy 2.0.
It is, and we never get in that black book style.
No, I just wondered whether they do like 3.0, whether they progress it on like a new visual language for it.
Then they've got to think of one.
Yeah, like I in no way am I mad at all with it. It's just an observation. Age of Darkness 3.0.
Well, hopefully by tomorrow everyone's just like paused on all those pages that they flipped through with the entire rules.
Book, yeah, and it's gone up on Telegram.
Oh,
Right.
here's
So
what I'll do short.
oh, okay. Huh?
Right, so we've got leadership, cool, willpower, and intelligence. If it's a 7, that means, unless they're going to a D12, that means, or like a D20, surely that's 2D6. Rolling under or over that
With
number.
modifiers. So what's that?
In
Cool?
fun, obvious.
What's CL? Cool, I'm guessing?
Cool,
WP?
cool. It's like you're cool, keeping your cool under fire. It's in Necromunda at the moment.
Oh, WP,
So
what's
it's
WP?
Willpower. So like for psychic tests and for
okay.
resisting psychic tests, and intelligence surely for activating machines and stuff.
Yeah.
I like this inclusion because even if we don't use them much, even if we don't use these stats much, they set the tone of the game and how we'll be approaching the game to being in that narrative style. You don't include intelligence stats for things, for stuff that
that's
you
true.
don't want a narrative play style to be occurring. Which I think just immediately sets the tone. And Harvey hates it. Oh God, no! I like it. And if you don't like those stats being in, you just don't use stuff like computer terminals being on the table.
You can use a different edition if you want to. You go back to Heresy 1.0. Oh, I'm not sure about. Well, I don't play it all. I do not have a dog in this
Heresy
fight.
1.0 is still really good. I played a game like a few months ago. That's the best bit about all of these games is that they're written type.
Yeah.
And they're never going anywhere if you like them.
Elliot very much echoes my fear. Not more rules. I'm already too stupid to keep up. Same here. Like, it's already draining to try and keep up with this rule set. To add like an extra layer of complexity onto this.
Oh, Thomas Pedersen dislikes the gun tower. What?
Get out. Where's Tom? Let's ban him. Need to do Fire Raptor and Storm Eagle ASAP. Yeah, God, yeah. The sooner we get the entire range in plastic. Plastic Thunderhawk as well. Plastic Thunderhawk, please. There's a market for it.
Yeah, concussion willpower for pinning and concussion, etc. Yeah,
it's like if you get
having those as different stats rather than just all leadership based, I think gives more fidelity in between the legions.
Okay. Like we're just putting too much stuff into the leadership stat. What were these? The counters? Oh right. Do we really need them?
It is tokens. It's not reactions, as a few of us thought from last edition.
But those things had to be press molded, right? They had to be engineered, press molded, and a dedicated mold put towards
them. Do you know what I'm hopefully going to do? Fucking take it and chuck it in the bin and make a good-looking token. Like
it feels
I hate tokens in games because it just takes me out of that moment.
Yeah.
Whereas, say, like putting smoke markers on a tank to show it's destroyed is great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to make some actual like in-universe looking tokens for the game.
Because
otherwise it will look horrible on table.
That's like a big cost to put towards something so minimal that I mean I was the sucker that
I don't think it will be minimal if it made tokens, those statuses are going to be everywhere.
Ooh, right, so we can see a disrupt. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, you're right. Okay, disruption fist. IM -2 AM A.
Range of 12. Firepower is 1. So firepower is number of shots. We've got range strength. Right, so we've got the splitting of rules so that range strength interaction is different to strength interaction.
What?
And then damage. And I imagine if they've got a damage value, you're no longer doubling things out.
Right, so that rule's gone, like instant death is gone.
Yeah, oh, yeah, surely like that sort of interaction. Which, sorry, Miles, I was just like that was
No,
such a key part to go through such a base level. Like seeing what the bolt pistol has become will give us such a big
it's a
thing
baseline.
for interactions with the game. Yeah,
The Saturnine Disruption Fist, so damage 3. It has that magical 3 damage that, I mean,
yeah.
that's why we see thunder hammers everywhere,
Your
right?
own son is 3
Yeah.
damage. So I am his initiative modifier. Interesting. So if you've got an initiative 5 Praetor,
Uh-huh.
you will be going at a different initiative step with your fist compared to just a basic marine at initiative 4
Okay.
who's got the same fist. So it's not longer everyone just goes to 1.
Oh, God, right, so there's variations. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There's
So
minutiae
we're
in
going to
that.
have a much more split up fight phase because
Right.
with no doubling out and it just being down to damage, unless there's just like a clear, oh, everyone just takes this best weapon, it's a fist. Again, there might be lots more steps involved in that fight phase.
So Horse Heresy is typically like a much larger game to play. Like you have a lot more miniatures on there. Things die quicker. So you have a lot of miniatures that get taken off very quickly. It's more like a mass damage game. Is this like a fundamental shift into having fewer models on the board and shifting like those mass battles over into Imperialis?
I don't know, man. I think they won't ever want to sell less models. I would prefer to see, and I know this is, a lot of people don't like this, but I prefer like 1,500, 2,000 points games because I think the number of interesting decisions on the table is sort of capped out at the number that makes a game or that needs to be in a game to make it fun.
Yeah. No,
I think
I really
it
like
gives
1,500.
units more space to breathe.
Oh,
But
like
I
the
think they'll keep
Hereticus.
it at 2,000 and that many points. Oh, studs on Liber Hereticus, Saturnines.
Hereticus Astartes. The old
Yeah, I think
books.
this is the best way to do it, though, right? Because it's
Yeah, it
although you've
is.
got to carry around this
The
book
old
every
books
single
still
week.
feel new to me. I still think I got the receipts for them around
That's
here
if you play
somewhere.
a game a year.
Yeah.
I've had to buy another Hereticus book because I've opened it that many times.
Oh, okay. So we're getting
Quality.
everything in one fell swoop. Good.
Yeah,
Guess all up and
surely
running.
good for the game.
Yeah.
And it shows that they're not sort of like left behind factions, I think.
Yeah.
That previously they sort of felt like.
Yeah. The Exilia.
If you think about it, even during the Heresy, the Marines are still a minority of the conflict happening. They're the smallest faction out of the Solar, the Mechanicum, and the Marines. And they're the key focus points. Yeah, John. Ouch. In the wallet. Bam. Damage 4 to the wallet. Never mind the Saturnine Fist to the Praetor.
Yeah. This. I mean, you'll have to buy all the books. I mean, given the amount that I actually use them, I mean, the rule book that comes with the base set, but I can't imagine I'll be diving in. Who am I saying? I'll be diving in straight day one, buying a lot, like sucker.
Oh, mate, just don't worry about it. Just come and play on the Barefoot Miniatures channel and I'll just tell you what you need to roll.
Yeah, like I did last time. That was great fun. Lawmaster. Okay, Alex, Mr. Lawmaster, what have we got? I really want another beer, but I don't want to leave.
He's got a very James Workshop tone.
Yeah, he has a very presently style to him. I wonder if the Black Shields are in any of these books. That's
from. He reminds me of Mark from Peep Show.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure I come off like that as well on camera. Like you're presenting for like a big company. I'm sure you've done that like a few times to get.
Yeah, but for one, the older I get, the more I identify with Mark rather than Jez.
Oh God, yeah.
So like I think I'm at the point where actually I'm more on the side of like, oh, Mark is much more reasonable.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the chat. Message retracted. Oh, Hacks, what did you say? Did you give away the...
Regoso, Black Shield, yes. Do you remember that scheme from book 6, was it, where they had like the swirls on a
Yeah.
cream back on a cream armor.
Yeah.
That was so good. It'd take far too long to do an army in it, but that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, they were
things.
Chimera. I can't remember the name of them.
Yeah, the black shields being established in the lore, I think gave the game that breathing space and creativity that just let everyone do what they wanted rather than it just being like historical refight. So I think black shields are like necessary for the game of how we view it, and I want to see them go on.
And just like a base level, that it gives you the ability to paint them up however you want. It gives you that release. You can paint them up, get whatever scheme that you like.
What will happen to the Imperialis militia? Well, hopefully they don't just kill them off, because I've got 2 militia armies at the moment. But I imagine we'll see it. I imagine it'll be like last edition, an ill thought out PDF that means they're near unplayable again. Sadly, I'm really pessimistic about them. That's a cool map.
Carta Galactica, yeah, that is gorgeous. But I bought the last one.
It shows where they're thinking about, right? It shows the theatres of operation that they're thinking about.
And we all know, as soon as you plan out a campaign, you need to whip up a map before you start anything. You need to know where everyone is, where they're moving, what's happening. Galactic North. Okay, what's the chat saying? Just glad we aren't seeing all power weapons being the same rule set. Yeah.
I liked power weapons just thinking, man, me and Hermit Hobby, I think we've actually talked about a few of them before.
That's interesting. Sorry. This Van 5 Massacre, part 1.
And this is what you were saying. You wondered whether the campaign book would come out the same.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the preview of the campaign book that they're going with.
Command and Control Legionary. So we're seeing like backline squads. Yes, mate. Perfect. You're seeing like the guys lugging about the ammo.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. There's some tasty secrets.
Set point, because everyone hates the point. What's the stratagem point? Everyone hates stratagem points. Jenkins, let's call it asset points. Brilliant, Jenkins. We made stratagem points terrible in 40k. Now everyone hates them. Call them.
Is that a new vehicle? The one with the missiles on it, the Whirlwind? Do we just see a preview of a new miniature?
What, like of just a normal Whirlwind?
Yeah. I wonder whether you just saw like a preview of a new upcoming miniature. Yeah. So I thought that this would be included in that box set, but it looks like we get.
It sort of looks like the Scorpius, but it kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. It looks like a rubbish Scorpius.
Oh, there we go. Plastic plastic glaive.
Oh, yeah.
Blade. Yep.
Fell blade.
Awesome.
Fell blade.
Awesome.
The Fell blade. I was at Heresy Weekender, and there was one of the studio team making a Fell blade that was like a burnt out husk of one. And it
Keep
was
on talking.
Like camo netting round.
I'm getting a beer. They say we'll be right back.
Wrapping camo netting round the barrels and putting a gouge down the side, proper like military modelling style. I think that actual moment of seeing that is what solidified the military modelling aspect of Heresy in my head. And I think it's so pivotal, actually, that tank.
Can you see me down here? Oh, they're back. Shoot, yeah. I'm missing it. Opening the beer. Yeah.
Multi-part plastic kit vials. Do you know what? This gives them the flexibility to do so many other hulls, and I know we've already seen them because we've seen it in resin. But this will be really, really cool in that it won't fall apart under its own weight.
Yeah. Putting this together will be a lot easier as well.
Well, I don't know whether it will. I fucking hate the new plastic kits, a lot of them.
Why?
Because there's just so many parts to them, because they try to, muscle out the recasters or whatever they're doing with the plastic kits. So when they're making too many parts for the side of a Land Raider.
Right, yeah, I know what you mean. But it does feel like it is still in the vein of sort of like a military scale model, though. It's not just sort of like a simple two-part thing you slap together.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. It's a nice uplift. It's a nice redesign, keeping it faithful to the old one. But
what do you think of that new Demolisher cannon on the hull?
I like it. I like the entire thing. It does the job.
With the additional
oh shoot! I've just seen that. Oh god. Yeah, I like it. Anything that's big and chunky and just stupidly overpowered, like putting a Demolisher cannon in the front of a super heavy. Yeah, there's no such thing as overkill.
Well, I think they've always had Demolisher cannons, right? But they were much more stubby and didn't have all that, I'm going to say, cowling ground. Well, I really like that. Hopefully, tanks will be much more usable in Heresy 3 than they are in 2. Because one of the things is, I played with tanks a lot, but what I found is when people were taking good units versus bad units, if you ever wanted to take a good army list, you didn't take a tank, because there was always an infantry squad that would destroy that tank far cheaper than that tank. And then blast weapons were terrible. No one fears artillery anymore.
Yeah, I mean the Kratos.
Man, bring on Heresy 3.
The Kratos is a classic example, right? Great tank, like a really, really good tank, great to paint, but it's practically unusable in the game. It just does nothing. Oh, look at the amount of Iron Warrior decals on there. Someone's happy.
Good. Everyone send me your decals. Good.
God, I hope tanks are good. Yeah, I hope overall the game is a little bit more balanced and there is opportunity for different play styles. So you will you can have a tank heavy list and not feel hampered. You can bring in stuff via Deep Strike and not feel hampered. I hope we just don't see a cut and paste 10 guys with las cannons, scout squad, dreadnought. I hope we get variation in this new rule set.
Yeah, and this is one of the things of when I was saying they adding that intelligence, willpower, cool, the other one, leadership, to the stats. Actually, it sets the tone for the game of when you're saying about all those las cannon squads. Well, actually, why are you taking them? We're playing a game where they put Space Marines intelligence in there. Like, do you really need to take 3 lots of 10 las cannons?
I'm just so sick of seeing 10-man squads of las cannons camping out of the back of a field and then just dominating everything. Unless you have your own 10-man las cannon squad.
What teaser would you like to see, Elliot? Because obviously we've seen the Fellblade falls into that category of, it's cool, you know what a Fellblade looks like.
So that's...
Do you mean in that sort of sense?
That's all I wanted from this, like a preview of the new book, like good quality pictures of the new miniatures, and something else like X and the Fellglaive, Fellblade. This is like the X for me. So what else?
That campaign book, it reminds me of the Warlord Games theatre selector books. Is that if they've shown it in this preview, they're clearly putting a lot of thought into it. Not that I know how much thought Warlord went to their campaign selectors, but it feels like that actually we're getting these theatre periods, and it's a core part of their thinking for the game.
Yeah. So what would be the cherry on the cake, Elliot? What? Never mind anyone else. What would you like to see from this? I don't care how unreasonable it is. If you want to say like a plastic miniature. The Emperor miniature, yeah, go ahead, say it. What would be that extra? But if it ends here, this is a very satisfying preview for me. Oh, has it ended? Oh, shit. Oh!
It's like the dawn of War 1. It's got a flag.
Okay, explosions. Always love seeing the wars.
Have they done like a Titan horn in a video?
Yeah. I'm sure they have. No, they've done it in an audio. They've done it in audio. I'm not sure they've done it. plastic warlords confirmed.
Hopefully. I like how they've got like the 80s style like target markers on them and stuff.
Yeah.
They're super basic. They've got these tiny little consoles that they look out of as well.
Ooh. Bring out the B word. Breaches. The Senate wants his breaches.
Hax, get on that like sort of bone-coloured scheme with purple swirls. Book 6 colour palettes. Really good.
Oh, apparently this is a preview for a new show.
The hero. For a new show, what, on Warhammer Plus?
I'm down for that. Legio Gryphonicus.
Gryphonicus. Hold on. Krytos.
That was awesome. She might have the best job in the Imperium.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was goddamn awesome. I mean, the animations aren't like the best on Warhammer Plus, but I like that they can almost use that as like a testing ground for ideas to work stuff out.
Really good though. The Blood Angels one, because they chose a very stylistic.
I love the style of
animation style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all it needs. Did you ever play Mirror's Edge? The PC?
Yeah, oh, no.
It's like the free running one that they had like red to signify colours and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And it reminds me that if they just choose a strong graphical style, they can get away with a lot more. So they could do a lot more with their budget and stuff like that.
I like that they can test stuff out there, and hopefully when it goes over to like Henry Cavill or whatever the hell he's developing, it's going to become a lot more polished of a product, but still retain the.
We'll ever see the Henry Cavill one
in the next 10 years? Yeah. I mean, how long has that Judge Dredd TV show been in production for?
Never.
There's a guy. He used to
tarantulas.
Tarantulas.
More turrets, excellent. Yes.
Okay, Elliot, are you satisfied? We could have had a Malcador miniature. We could have had plastic breaches. We could have had a Dreadcore.
He's not Vulcan. He wanted Vulcan.
Vulcan. We could have had Vulcan, but it's this you're getting instead. Are you satisfied? Those are nice.
Yes.
Those. I mean, they're filling in the gaps.
Yeah, but these were in the Legacies document, so if they're making models for them, they're clearly going to the main book. Oh, and rapiers.
Oh my god, yes!
They're more Saber-esque.
I mean, these look like the 3D designs. Oh, and what's behind them? What was the Marine? What was the mark of armor?
In Mark 6, I think, but he's got like the iron handsy head.
Yeah.
That's what they look like, the Mark 6 Iron Hands head.
So these look like the knockoff versions that I've seen floating around on like Cults 3D. That guy should send Games Workshop a cease and desist letter.
A cease and desist.
Yeah, he should send them a letter. Yeah,
kneeling down legs. Kneeling down.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they like faux.
And we've got lots of dudes doing tech stuff.
Yeah, looking at monitors.
Amazing. Like I like how they've got like their laptops out.
And he's
like
got the fist
This
up.
is what intelligence stats are for.
What does this mean? It means like hold, right?
Yeah.
When you go through Narm,
he's telling everyone else to stop.
When you're going through like the jungles of Narm, stop. Yeah.
Yeah, even though it's an artillery squadron that'll be in the bag.
Yeah. Well, he has only got half a brain, right?
Yeah, surely he should be like that though, or something. Yes, binoculars. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Like, why isn't all this extra sensory stuff already built into the helmet? Oh.
Classic Assault Marines Mark II. Yeah.
Mark II Assault Marines.
Well up for that.
They look chunky. They look big. Love them. Wow.
That
holy
axe
God.
is massive.
That axe is massive, yeah. I'm not a big fan of like the huge scale, but we do have
like
classic
anime style.
Yeah, we do have classic kits if you know, if you really wanted to rescale them.
I like how they comment on it. Oh, the axe is huge. Like,
yeah.
What? That's not a good thing. Don't
Why
tell
is
me
it
about the axe
so
being
big?
huge. If it's huge enough to comment on, then maybe you should have made it smaller.
Yeah. Perhaps it looks good on like a 3D render, and
It probably looks good from 4 foot away across the table.
yeah, yeah. It's sturdy. It's not going to
I could
snap.
probably actually mix the weapons in the squad and tell what they've got.
Did you ever use
Yes,
the Forge?
breachers, boom.
Oh my god, this preview is amazing. Yeah, did you ever use the Siege of Rax Corn Berserker axes? The ones.
No, but that bolt gun on that breacher is really good. Like sort of the rounded bottom that fits into the bolt gun slot.
What's the name of that? Like feed type. Drum ammunition. Drum fed. Maybe they will actually show breachers. The Senate breachers. There we go. We're manifesting here, guys. In the comments below, write down what you want to see, and it will happen.
I really like the helmet as well. Like it reminds Volkite. Well, we've seen Volkite, but the helmet on that breacher sort of had a Greek style feel to it. For me, I know it's like a once removed Greek style feel, but it had that.
Yeah. No, I mean like a very solid band across the top of the eyebrows as well. Yeah, drum-fed ammunition. The breacher shield looks nice and big, like everything's slotting in.
What do you think of the scope on the Volkite?
Well, you need to know where you're firing,
Definitely
right?
the scope on a 50
especially on the pistol.
Range gun.
Or perhaps it's synced up wirelessly. What the hell is that?
Skitari, surely.
Yeah.
Because it's got like the chops off at the legs, and that's definitely a Skitari.
Dude, Dark Mech? Is this Dark Mech? Because it's spiky?
Hopefully it's just... I'd be good with Skitari, because I don't give a fuck
Dark
about...
Mech. I'm going to manifest this.
Other than Dark Custodes, not into that, but you can play anything either way.
Dark Mech. I'm putting it right now. Let's spread that rumour, Dark Mech.
No, Dark Custodes.
Dark Custodes, Fallen Custodes.
Dark Custodes. He's in a
you know, I much prefer that spear type. I hate the Custodes spear with the like chunk in the middle, because you can only hold it either end. You can't hold it in the middle. And like from a modeling perspective, it limits you so much. And like just like that mental image you have in your head of like how these people will perform, like how they do their actions, it blows it for me having that like chunk in me. So redesign Custodes, especially for Henry Cavill, maybe a little gift to him.
Specifically for Henry Cavill.
Specifically for Henry Cavill, yeah. Like I'll only do the show if you redesign the Custodes range. You got
What do we think of that preview then? Because I imagine
that was top notch. We got like previews of upcoming stuff like the Dark Mech, which is definitely going to happen. Redesign Custodes. We had way more than I was expecting. I thought we'd just see the box set and like a campaign book alongside it. But what do we get in that? Artillery.
We got the box, campaign book, box, tarantulas, rapiers, breachers, assault marines, Custodes, Skitari.
Yeah.
That's a really good preview. Fellblade.
Yeah.
And the campaign book that you love.
Yeah.
That's such a good preview.
Yeah, what do you think of it, guys?
Timeline though. No timeline.
No timeline. But I mean,
so it might be like the automatic pervase that never got released.
I guess they kind of give us a timeline by giving us the books. You know, these books are coming. The Fellblade is coming. These miniatures we previewed at the end, the Dark Mech and the Custodes are coming. Like all this stuff is coming, but they just haven't set dates for it.
I'm still waiting on my Iron Havocs, goddammit.
That's never going to happen. Okay, what was everybody's favourite piece of that preview? What was... And are we going to buy this box set? I mean, I'm assuming everyone's going to do it. And what Legion will he be painting it up in?
Dude, that's a big fat yes. How many people hate the idea? Because obviously there's going to be a big change. Like weapons are changing. Like the damage of ranged weapons, close combat weapons, the extra stats. How many people fucking hate that idea and are going to drop out of Heresy? Because that will be an amount of people.
Okay, I think it's over. Let's go back to just the two of us. Okay, it's just the two of us back here now. Yeah, that was a solid preview. That was a very good preview. And I'm sure if we stop those stills on the rules, we were to like extract a little bit more information. Got a cool animation out of it. We got a kind of roadmap, even though they didn't explicitly say it was a roadmap. It looks like it's going to come out around September, October time, according to Mark.
You reckon?
Mark said in the comments, so I'm just, now it's said, it's fact, so it's coming out around then. Nice to see the box set.
October.
Cool to see the Fellblade, not buy it though, from John. Mark Langley, quad turret, close combat Praetor. Hacks, not
the close combat Praetor.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because, as we
true.
both said, actually we weren't the biggest of fans of that Praetor, even like compared to the normal Saturnine.
Yeah.
But when that close combat Praetor was showed, like the second one, actually we both much preferred that. So
guys, we're going to keep this stream going for as long as it takes me to drink this beer, so we can ruminate a little bit on what's coming up.
So
and
John's group is split 50-50. I'm sure, like, I'm sure that will have more people jumping on as it transitions over anyway. But it's the best thing about physical rules. Get all the books. It's the best thing about physical rules is that they're not going to go away. You can play them forever. Like, I still release a load of Battlefield Gothic. I still play Battlefield Gothic and release stuff. And I Mordheim as well. It's those games aren't going anywhere so long as you have access to PDFs or the rules. And you can appreciate them all. Play Heresy 1, 2, and 3. There's no reason not to treat them all as separate but fun games in themselves.
I mean, it's interesting John says like 50-50, because I know his group is very heavily invested in Horus Heresy anyway. Like, they're not interested in learning new rules. If just like a snapshot of the community, have we hit that point of like rules fatigue? With the turn, because Heresy is a very entrenched community, right? We're used to things moving very slowly. And I think as a community, we kind of grew to like that or become dependent on the slow release schedule, let things like germinate over time and then develop. If we're moving into like this classic Games Workshop release cycle of like every 3-4 years of a new rule set, are we going to hit the point of fatigue?
I think we are. I think that's a reason why a lot of people jumped into Heresy actually from 40k. You hear it all the time. Like, I'm playing Heresy because 40k basically booted me out from so many releases, and I think it's going that way. I think with this, it's 3 years. That's the same release cycle as everything else. It's a mainstay game of Games Workshop.
Yeah,
Would have seen it coming when it went mainstay, and I think we've just got to brace ourselves for the fact that it's going to get at least a new edition, if not. Do you know, like with the associated overhaul of that?
But you know what's really ironic? I remember very vividly the like every week when the 40k release came out or AOS, where is the support for the Heresy?
See, Elliot.
Where is the support for the Heresy? We don't get anything. We never get anything. And now we're complaining, oh, are we getting too much?
Yeah.
What do we want?
100%.
What do we want?
Do you know what? Speaking of what do we want, does anyone want a MacBook?
Well, selling it off?
So if someone wants a MacBook, shoot me a message on Instagram.
Oh, there we go.
A spare one.
Max is giving it away for free on
It's printed type, right? So I've already got one. That's going nowhere. And if you want to continue playing Mac into the future,
yeah. If you love second edition and you don't want to move on, it's only second edition a bust for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to never move on.
So Mark Langley, it's impressed me enough to jump in. Yeah, I've been thinking about combinations of the box set. Like if I was going, I've been commissioned to do it 2 times. So I have. Yeah, I haven't got much feedback or input into how I want to paint it. But if I was going to paint this box set for myself, what Legion do you think benefits it the most? I've got 2 that instantly sprung to mind.
Ooh. Do you want to go with one first, or should I?
Night Lords as my outsider choice. They're at Istvan,
Right.
so it like fits in with the Istvan promotion and scheme and that. And purely from a very sort of like personal meta reason, I haven't painted a Night Lord's Legion before, and I quite like to produce like the lightning strikes across the Mark II. So it's purely because of
Across
that.
the Mark II, though. Across the Mark
Again,
II.
it wasn't sort of like a logic. Oh, Mark II Night Lords. It wasn't that sort of like a leap in logic. It was, oh, this is a Legion I'm interested in that I haven't done before. It was just purely that.
Right.
It was just purely that.
Because I always imagine Night Lords more in Mark IV, and it also has those larger spaces that you can put the lightning across, rather than
The segmented.
because actually Mark II would fit them really well because they're already in rebellion before the Heresy, so they're out of lines of supply for a longer time.
Yeah.
And I know Mark IV was around for a while before the Heresy, but it just gives them that bit of feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Mark II, White Scars, man. White Scars, I think, goes really well. That'd
White
be my
Scars.
first pick. That'd be the outsider pick, as you said.
Yeah. The other Legion I think would really suit this box set would be Dark Angels. Saturnine Terminator armor, they got the best of the best. They got access to the panoply of war gear in the Imperium. Mark II, Terran veterans, they have access to the weirdest, most esoteric types of technology out there. And imagine those shoulder pads done in like heraldry, like a white shoulder pad with the checkers and the like weird hexagrammatic symbols on them. I think this box set would look beautiful, but against another black army I'd be painting.
Yeah. Well, you love them, so that'd be fun. Mark Langley says, it's the baddies all the way for me. It's definitely on the nose with, like, are we the bad guys? Are we've got skulls on our hats.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Do you know what? Mark II, I reckon Space Wars.
Oh, great shout. Yeah.
Space Wars.
And I don't know what your community's doing, but mine is doing backflips over this new release in 40k. Like, a lot of people are picking that. They don't want to play the game, they don't want to go anywhere near the game, but they want that box set to like relive the nostalgia and do like the classic baby blue scheme.
Third Ed style.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Yes.
this box set would look great in Space Wolf colours. I mean, it would look good in all colours, it would look good in all legions, but those are the ones that immediately come to our minds. Yeah, overall, great preview. Really enjoyed that.
It could be a Ratzainers, Dave. It could be a Ratzainers.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Right, with that, I'm going to finish off my Corona. Thank you so much for joining us for this little ramble. If you did like this, let us know. Subscribe, like, share wildly. And whenever a new event comes up live, we'll hang out again together. Okay, Max, any parting words?
No. I was trying to think of something funny, and my brain's failed me. So
Okay.
I'm just considering all the options, Miles, of the new box and all the turrets. 2 different turret
All the
types
turrets.
previewed.
All the turrets. Well, I think John put it best. That's a lovely turret. Okay, we'll see you next time.